Okay, so in this video, I want to show you how you can manifest anything you want in 24 hours. I mean, people say you've only got 24 hours in a day, right? Well, what if by tomorrow you could have the very thing you want? More money, more love, more success, higher purpose, higher calling. This video is going to give you some powerful techniques and show you why it's so much easier to manifest in 24 hours than most people think it is. Hi, I'm Marna. Thank you for joining me. So let's start with the most important thing. The biggest mistake that most people make with manifesting is they think it's some form of witchcraft, or they think that they are creating things out of thin air. And okay, I'll manifest it. And then it gets delivered to me like an Amazon Prime order. Manifesting is not creating. Okay, I'll say that again. Manifesting is not creating. And you're sitting there going, what? That doesn't make any sense. Like, I thought I was a co-creator. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Manifesting is not creating. Manifesting is attracting it to you. Because think about this. Everything you want already exists out there. Okay? That person that you want to manifest into your life, that soulmate, that love, they're already living their life right now. I mean, they're taking the same holidays as you. They're celebrating Thanksgiving like you do, like New Year's Day, 4th of July, whatever. They're doing their day to day. And when you meet them, they've already lived. They've already existed out there. Okay, the money you want. By definition, if they had to print it more, it wouldn't be the same value. It would be monopoly money, okay? So the money you want already exists out there somewhere. And when you start a business or you start manifesting money to you, you're not creating new money out of thin air. You're bringing existing money to you. So when we're talking about manifesting within 24 hours, what we're really talking about is attracting it to us. Now, the first step is, do you actually want this? I know. This is powerful. So many people think that they want something or need something or have an expectation for something, but those wants and needs and expectations are not from us. They're not from within. They're from society. They're from culture. They're from your parents. They're from Instagram. If you want to make $1 million so you can be rich, all right. Well, why do you want $1 million? Is it the number of zeros in the bank account you really want? Or is it to escape a job that's unfulfilling to you, or where you feel like you're not getting by? If you ask most people, they want $1 million so that they can have the freedom to escape the job they hate. So you see where this is powerful, because instead of going after the money and getting it and being like, well, I was supposed to be happy now and I'm really not, you still have the same problems. What if you went after finding your purpose or getting a job that made you feel fulfilled? What if you bypassed the $1 million benchmark altogether? Another thing that people say is like, well, I really want a relationship. I really want love. Okay. What am I going to do about that? I mean, check in with yourself. Do you really want a relationship, or is it something else? Do you want a relationship so you can have companionship? So you're not lonely? Do you have a friendship that could give you that companionship instead? Is it because you're lacking people in your life that support you? You just want to feel validated and like you can have those things? Well, you can have support and validation without having a relationship. So, check in with what you really want. Get to the root of why you want something. So how do you do that? How do you get clear on that? You use the triple why technique. And the triple why technique is you ask yourself why 3 times. And it needs to be 3 times because you can lie to yourself once. And the second time you can try justifying the lie. But by the third time, it's really hard to not be truthful with yourself. So let's look again. Why do you want $1,000,000? So I can have the freedom to not work a job. Okay. So you go out and you create a business, and 12 to 18 months from now, you have the freedom to not have to work the job. Freedom, freedom, freedom. And then you realize you're not happy. Okay, so why did you want the freedom? So I cannot have someone else telling me what to do. I want to be my own boss. I want the freedom to be able to set the rules. Okay. Why do you want to be your own boss? Why do you want to be the one to set the rules? So that I can find my purpose, and then what I really want to do is give back and inspire others and show them how they can live a life being authentically themselves and doing what they love. So why not just bypass getting the $1,000,000 and go directly to showing people how to have the authentic life where they can do what they really love? You know, the $1,000,000 is just a million pieces of paper with a dead man printed on them. And, you know, some people, when they start doing this technique, they find that the motivation that they're having is really not what they thought it was. Why do you want $1,000,000? Well, because my dad told me I'd never be able to do it. I want to prove the old man wrong. Okay. So what happens when you prove him wrong? Well, then I feel validated. So you don't really want the $1,000,000. You want to feel validated that you were right and your father was wrong. I mean, how many times do you do something to prove someone else wrong? How many times do you go to the gym and get in shape to prove your ex wrong and to make them regret leaving you? A lot of people struggle with this. What is your actual motivation for what you're doing? What is it that you're truly trying to accomplish? And that's what you find out when you get to that third why. And you start looking at what your motivations truly are as you're manifesting these things. And then maybe you can start seeing other ways of manifesting it than what you thought you were looking for. So that is the step 2, triple why. Third step is this is an exercise from Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. If you have not read this book, I highly recommend it. I mean, and this exercise, you know, Napoleon Hill gave it as an exercise to manifest money, but the question he asks is, what are you willing to give up? Because that's a much better question sometimes than what do you want? I mean, everyone says that they would want $1,000,000 and a relationship and a perfect body. But you look at the reality, most people aren't willing to give up what it takes to manifest these things. You're having too much fun in the kitchen with Ben and Jerry's to go to the weight room and get the perfect body. I mean, dieting's hard. So, what are you willing to give up to have your manifestation come into your life? Especially when you're trying to manifest within 24 hours or less, you have to be willing to make an energetic exchange. Think of it this way. If you have a hot air balloon and you filled it up with air, and you have the little flame burner going, and it's filling up and filling up and filling up, and it's ready to fly, the sandbags are still going to hold it down to the ground. What sandbag are you willing to cut loose so that your manifestation can lift you up to where you want to be? Matter is neither created nor destroyed. It simply changes form. And for you to have the matter that you want to come into your life, you have to let go of another form of that matter, that energy, What are you willing to give up so that you can fly and have your manifestation come to you? All right. What's holding you down? What can you cut loose? The other thing to realize on this is every time you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to all the other potential things that are out there. When you say, yes, this is what I want to bring into my life, all those other potential possibilities are being told, no, not now. All right? I mean, if you were listening to a radio station and you were just popping through all of the stations on the car radio while you're traveling across country, and you find a song that you want to listen to, you stop turning the dial. All those other songs are out there. They're still playing. Those radio stations are still broadcasting on those different frequencies. But you have chosen to focus on one frequency and stay on that one frequency so you can get the better clarity that comes from that focus. You're getting that clear signal to hear the song that you want. So, get clear on it. What is it that you actually want? And what are you willing to give up to get it? And, decide if what you want is what you want or if it's just what society has told on you, if it's just what Instagram has told you to want. If what you want is what you want, then go for it. But if all you want is the Instagram picture, what are you willing to give up for that? And ask yourself, why? Why does that Instagram picture matter so much that I am willing to give up all these other things to get it? Okay? So, that's the basics for manifesting in 24 hours. And I know you're sitting there going, wait, what? How does this have anything to do with 24 hours? All right. So bonus info here. Time is an illusion. What you think of as time does not exist. There is no past. There is no future. There is only the present moment. And when you manifest, you're putting yourself on the path to receiving your manifestation. Think if you were trying to drive from Wilmington, North Carolina, out I-40 all the way to Los Angeles. Starting from Wilmington, you're only going to see, maybe 5 miles ahead of you on a clear day? That's not the whole path. You can't see Los Angeles from Wilmington, but you're still connected to it. You are on the pathway that connects you from point A to point B. And as long as you stay on that pathway, stay true to your manifestation, you will get where you're going. You will never see the whole pathway in front of you. But that mile or 5 miles that you can see in front of you brings you that much closer. And every time you reach the limit of what was your sight, a new vista has opened up. It keeps unrolling in front of you until you get to where you're going. Okay? So there you go. There's the basics of how to manifest anything in 24 hours. I am Marna. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you on the next video.